Hey everyone, so I'm sure you're seeing all these awful messages that I'm getting. I don't know in which culture people send messages like that about shitting in people's mouths and having harem parties and all that. For me, I didn't grow up in that type of culture, and I grew up in Zimbabwe where people are very respectful, and it's very offensive to me. So you can see how many places I help. I don't just help here in Toronto. I help a lot of organizations that are based in America. I help organizations based in Ireland. I help organizations based in Africa, in the SADC region. I help some of the tennis players. And I'm not delusional. I know what I'm talking about. Many of the tennis players do know me, including Belinda Bencic, because she knows that I was supporting and helping Roger Federer. So I saw her when I went to play, not to play, to watch the tennis for one of the matches. And so, I cannot report to all the police stations all over the world, but I've tagged all the organizations I've been helping, including the Marians. And my suggestion to them is that they report it, and they report it to the police and the authorities. If necessary, report it to Scotland Yard. Report it to whoever you feel needs to know about it, because these kinds of messages are inappropriate, especially for somebody like me who's a spiritual director. They're inappropriate and they are aggressive. So, I don't like it. And I even reported one or two of the messages to my condo manager when they first started, and she told me you have to report it to the police. So because the police told me they don't want to see me at the station again and they don't want me to report anything, I have to go through others. So whoever I've tagged in my messages, and also friends and family, people in the John Maxwell team who are connected to me, people in the One campaign, past and present, who are connected to me, make sure that when you have your meetings, when you meet with people, make sure they know what kind of messages I'm receiving. Because just because I've stepped off the One campaign doesn't mean that it negates any of the work I've done in the past or anything that I've contributed to. And that includes the places I've been employed at, past employers, because I've helped them by reporting what's happening. Any good company would want you to report it. They would want things to get better. They wouldn't want you to just do your job and not report it and not say anything. So if you care about your colleagues, if you care about your family, if you care about my life, I'm suggesting that you report it, because I've done my share. I've told people, and the organizations I'm helping and volunteering with, they're happy to have me. And they are based all over the world. There's some in America, there's some in South Africa, there's some in Scotland, there's some in England, there's some in Ireland, there's some in Wales, there's some here in Toronto. So I can't tag everybody. I don't have enough things to tag all the organizations. So if you can help me and, pass the message on to your friends, your family, the organizations I've been involved in, those of you who know me, that will be a great help to me. And it will also help me to get my name out for doing the work I'm doing to support women's rights, human rights, to support selling of my products. Unfortunately, with Weebly, they're taking away the app part of it. So you'll still be able to see my website like on a computer, but if you look at it on your phone, it's not going to appear the same. But that doesn't bother me, because many companies and many individuals, we wish we could move away from having the cell phone. We would like to go back to just having a phone at home and then just having your basic your basic phone, because it's becoming so invasive. That's why. Because if you want to message people, or if you want to have FaceTime with them, you can easily do it through Skype. You can do it through, platforms that you have on your computer. So I'm actually thinking about getting rid of the cell phone because it's so invasive. Like you have to be available to people like 24/7. And even companies have started implementing policies now here in Canada to say that once your work time is over, you have a no contact policy unless it's an emergency. And I agree with that because people are getting sick of it. And I'm getting sick of it. So please do that. Please do make sure that you report it. And I've tagged you too. I don't know what Bono wants me to do. I have no way of staying in touch with him directly other than to post things on his Facebook page. And I've told the team that before. I have no way of staying in touch with him. So that's the only way that I can do it. Because if you're going through someone else, it's like broken telephone. There's no point going and asking Jean Augustine, oh, what did Belinda say? By the time that message gets to him, it might be a completely different message. So it's the same thing with Roger Federer. I don't have any other way to talk to them, because if Roger messages me, I can assure you somebody is going to hack that account. Somebody in Nigeria or some stupid idiot that thinks that, oh, this is a romantic relationship. So I have no other way of doing it. The only thing I can do is to go through people who are working for him, and he may or may not get the correct message. So it's not my fault. It's not up to me. If they want to send me their phone numbers or keep in touch with me or set up FaceTime like through their teams with me, that's up to them. I have suggested it to them many, many times, and they don't do it. So then there's no point going to the politicians in Canada and asking them, what is Belinda saying? Well, what do you want me to say? If you want to talk to me, set something up. And Sheryl Sandberg has told Bono that too. Like, if you want to talk to these people who are helping you, you need to set it up. You need to have like a monthly meeting or a quarterly meeting or something where you come on the call and then you can hear what people are saying or what people are, voicing concerns, whatever. But if you're doing it like this, people think I'm delusional. They think I'm making it up, that Bono loves me or that Roger Federer likes me. They don't believe a word that I'm saying. That's why now I took it to Wits. And I asked Wits if they can organize some time for me to get some photos with Cyril Ramaphosa and Bono and Roger Federer and all these people, because they know, their organizations know that I'm helping them, including Nadal and Andy Murray and Novak Djokovic. But people here think I'm delusional. They think there's something wrong with me. They think I have mental health problems. And I don't. Just because they didn't do it in their day and their age, or they don't help people the way I help people, doesn't mean that I'm not doing it. I'm just not getting paid for it. I would love to have a job paying me $200,000 a year so I could buy a nice property in Florida or here or in Zimbabwe or somewhere. But I'm not. And the economy is tanking. You can see all the posts that are coming from the Conservatives, from other parties. I don't have any mental health problems. People would love it if I did, because then they could say, yeah, you're the problem. But I don't. And I'm not willing to be put into that category just because other people don't believe me. I know what I've done and I know what I'm doing. And there was only one call that Bono came on with Sheryl Sandberg for us because we kept asking. So now it's on him. We never told him to step off the board for the one campaign. We never told him that we don't want him on the calls. And he can't expect somebody like me to stay involved in it if he's got no skin in the game, if he's not going to come on the calls, if he's not going to come here to Toronto and see us. And if he's not going to organize tickets for me to come when he's with the team in America or wherever else it is, because I don't have the money to pay to go and stay wherever they're staying, whatever they're doing. If I was earning the $200,000 a year that I should be earning, I would do it and I would go. I don't have that kind of money. So that's the way it is. I'm just doing what my condo managers asked me to do for my own safety and for the safety of this community and the community in the church, because it's not only happening to me, it's happening to many, many women. And I can't report it directly, so I'm putting it on my social media. Because I can't sit and write to all these organizations every day. So do report it, especially if you care about me, report it. Because whoever's sending me these messages is mentally unstable and needs a wellness check. That's what I think. And if Bono wants me to come back onto that one campaign, I'm not coming back until they sort out the corruption and they sort everything out, and until he comes back onto the calls and he makes time for me. Why should I? I gave him my voice for so many years. I gave my money. Time is money. I did a lot for them. So why should I go back onto that campaign? For what? He needs to come back onto the calls and everything, and he needs to have some time for me. Otherwise, I'm not going back. And he can tell Ali what I said, because I supported both of them from the beginning.